Okay, welcome back. And today's episode comes from White Sands Missile Test Range Facility. Now, I chose this for the not only the airbags but also the test of the ignitions. The remote tech console problem with the ignitions. I'm thinking it's stealing ignitions. So if you've got two or more ignitions, you use the first ignition to the remote tech console, then you use the second ignition and it tells you you've got no ignitions left. You check the panel, it's got no ignitions. So I'm going to test it with the top end Ageno, which has got 50 ignitions. Then I'll know absolutely it's got some problem, at which point at least I can work around it. It came with a bit of a surprise, so I'm pretty sure I've used remote tech to do multiple ignitions before on the same motor, but perhaps I may be mistaken. Alright. So what are we in? 40 tons, that's fine to test it. Pretty sure we shouldn't be going over 40 tons. Right, I'm going to head into the VA beat. Alright, so back in the VA beat. So this is a replica. This top section here, the antennas, this, even the science packages. Although I could actually remove those. This is a replica, as I said. Except obviously the science package I need. I'm not risky, I'm not adding that price. Let me have it. What is the price on it? It's 40. So that's 200 I've just taken off. Alright, so these are all. So what I've done, the airstream protective shell there, the fairing will go the same way as any fairing goes when I tap the space bar when you stage it. But what I've done is I removed this separation from this, the actual core itself, the actual probe itself, removed it from the staging, and I've placed it onto key press number 1. So decouple, and then it'll toggle all of these airbags. So we've got the top airbag, the bottom airbag somewhere, there we go, the bottom airbag, and all the ones are on the side. 2, 4, 6. So they will inflate at key press number 1, and this will decouple from this. So with all of them inflated, it should survive. It should survive at least. It should survive a decent drop. But obviously, the cruise stage of the Lunar 12 has its own fuel tank and its own probe core, as well as its own communications. Once this gets onto the surface, it has to rely on something being in orbit, which is why I'm saying the Lunar 10, Lunar 11 first, which is ionization sat. Once I get to equatorial orbit, I'm hoping this can then communicate with it at some point to activate its long-range communications. If not, it'll be a dead loss. And also, it could also just completely disintegrate on impact, which is always the sort of the danger in using airbags. Alright. This only has to reach a decent altitude, 36.5 second bearing, 1038 meters per second. I'm hoping it goes up pretty quickly. Alright, so I need to get this clamped up and put the fairings on. I can roll it out to the launch bowl. Obviously not roll it out, 342. I want to rush the build. This White Sands has received no upgrades, so I might upgrade it, I might just rush the build. Alright, so here we are. It's clamped. That's basically all I need to do, really. It was for 36.5 seconds, as I showed you before. 1032 meters per second. First TW out of 2.29 is pretty high. It's going to go straight up. One thing I don't know if I've got is gimbaling. It says I've got gimbal, but it said that before, but it wasn't enabled in the flight scene. So it's anybody's guess. But it shouldn't do much damage. But just in case it does, actually lets me click on it. Ranger block car. Alright. I'll go to absolute. No, sorry. Absolute, there we go. Doesn't need to be absolutely fantastically high. Just try to simulate the conditions heading on towards the moon. Okay, I'm going to invest some money in White Sands because it's a good place to test a lot of things, especially things when you want to land on a solid surface, just like this, for instance. It's actually a good idea. Oh, wait a minute, let's get rid of that one. Started building it. Okay, so this is leaning over. Alright, let's go ahead and build it. So as if this episode and next episode we'll be staying at White Sands. Okay, so head back out. Okay, so back outside. We've got 342 days. I'm not waiting that long. So as you can see, it's received no upgrades at all. So I'm going to spend a good few 100,000 here. So I need this up. So it's a good place to test, as I was sitting back in the VAB. I'm going to see it coming right down now. I'm going to add one bay. I'm going to upgrade just rate number 1, which is the first bay in the VAB. It's not like I'm going to be launching anything, sort of multiple launches from here. Just a test site. It's really all White Sands is. I'll put another 8. I think it's 16 to upgrade the first one, but the second one, she upgraded this. This second one takes half as many points. So the first one will take 16, the second one will take 8. So that's 8 days. I'm gonna go up again, so 16. If I get 16 points, that'll take them 68,000. It's fine, I've got plenty of contracts waiting. So 7 days. Not fast enough. Sorry. Nope, crikey, what am I doing? Still 6 days. Another 16, 160,000. I can't go any more than that. So I don't want this to overshoot the moon's perfect alignment, well, close to perfect alignment. I need to go a day early with Lunar 11. Put that into an equatorial orbit. So it's an orbital contact or relay to act for Lunar 12 once it's on the surface, otherwise I won't be able to contact Lunar 12 and activate its antennas. Right, so that's 5 days. Right, let it build. Okay, a few minutes. It shouldn't take long to run out there. So this is still level 0, or level 1 basically. It's up to 40 tons. Shouldn't need any more than that. It'll take 28 minutes to roll out. Once it's rolled out, we can head for the head to the launch pad. Okay, at the launch pad, I'll get rid of this. Don't need that. Alright. I'll just just over 500,000. So, okay. I'll keep RSS on for at least a few seconds after launch. Staging. Ignition and release, obviously because SRBs are instant. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of that sandstone. It's quite low lying cloud. Never mind. Okay, here we go then. I don't know, I've got full throttle on because I don't actually need it, but never mind. Force of habit. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Nope. What the devil's happened now? Well, that's a funny 2.29 TWR, isn't it? That's very strange. Yeah, there's the sliders again on the SRBs. You have to leave the sliders alone. Oh dear, mate. Oh, better find out here than somewhere else. Okay, once it's run out of fuel, we'll head back into the VAB. So the burn time I've gone to 150 for some reason, which I didn't actually want it to. It should be 1.39, 1.26. It's a 60-second burn. Yeah, for some reason you can't bring it down to well, that's a 35-second burn. Exactly what you said before. We're actually at the launch pad. We're at sea level, so it's 2.14. It's very strange. You have to make sure you double check those settings, which I thought I had. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. 2.35 is 2.4, I believe. 2.49, 2.29. Sorry. Should not have dropped below 1 to 1. Alright, let's try again. Okay, I did recover all the parts though, so I should bring down the yeah, 1 there. That's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and build it again. Of course, if it doesn't gimbal, it'll be even shorter. Well, yeah, it would actually be a shorter trip because it'll probably come round and hit the launch pad at some point. Okay, let's head back out. 1 day to build it and about half an hour maybe to roll it out. Okay, it's just rolling it out to the launch pad. Hopefully this one actually flies. It's a little bit... I don't think that's supposed to be sandstorm. I suppose there isn't anything such... Well, I suppose there's some temperature differences. It should be quite warm here. Okay, let's go to the launch pad. Okay, for the second time. Let's go to bring up the vessel information, orbital. 10.367 kilonewtons. TWR. Well, it says 0.43 there. Could that be because it's an SRB and it's not registering? Well, we've seen that before, haven't we? Mass is 2.4 tons. Really? I need to check that. Okay, SRB. Not really much else you can do except just light the touch paper and stand well back. SS is on. Actually, I don't have throttle on because otherwise you'd want to make the SRB. Alright, so we go for the first test. I hope the first test. Okay, we got 3, 2, 1. And it's done it again. Went wrong again. Notice the SRB, the procedural one, will not burn less than 150 seconds. It's a bit weird. Yeah, it shows 35.5 seconds there. You can't use the slider to make it burn because it's throttle locked, as is this one. So once you do that, it will not burn for any less than 100% with 28.2. I mean, if you manage to get that, it's burn time there at the left hand corner, caster 1, go right down to the bottom, it says rated burn time 28 seconds. You try doing it longer than 28 seconds by doing that, yeah, it's liable to burn up or even explode. So a very similar problem. Let me just shape this. No, it's a go, it's fine. Should be 100. There we go. Just want to make it look pretty. Well, it really has to, it's only a test, but bit of a gap there. Come on. No, was it slightly too much? We've still got control, so it's fine. 32.2%. I'm gonna put it on, switch to start. So we could control 26.34 tons. I got TWR of 5.14. This time it's not lying because it's not a procedural part. So we get hold of that. It's up in altitude just so I can attach the clamp. It's got quite a fair bit too much fuel in it, but that's fine, I can still modify that. Alright. Bring that down to there. I think I should have changed. I think nothing should have changed. No, that's fine. Airbags and decouple. That's all I've got to remember. Just tap the one key once it gets into decent altitude. Alright, so we're gonna put that down. TWR is gonna go, I mean, 7.49, but it doesn't matter, it's not a manned craft. So I'm gonna try it at 50% for now. If it goes too high, we'll try it with a little bit less fuel and just try a series of tests. Alright, so we covered the entire vehicle last time. So that's 1 day, 5 hours. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and lift. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go ahead and build it. Alright, well, let's head back out. Yeah, the thing about SRBs, you won't see a major difference between that sea level power. You will with liquid engines though. Okay, let's head back out. Alright, so it's been built, rolled it out. Does look rather misty, doesn't it? Okay, it's been quite early hours of the morning. Well, was it early hours of the morning, but quite early on in the dawn. Okay, let's set to the launch pad. Okay, I've got the engineer's panel up. Yeah, 9.46. So something going on with those SR, basically trying to sort of modify their burn time. I've used them successfully before, I've had to still use them in groups of 2 and 4. So I don't know what's going on there. Alright, so yes, it's on. I'll put full on just in case it causes a problem. Alright, so there we go then. First test, hopefully. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Yeah, it's not gimbling. So I need to check that. Turn off. Turn off fuel. Okay, interesting now. Okay, we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, those antennas are poking out from the side, aren't they? And we're going nose down. Can't use parachutes because there's no air on the moon, so it'll be useless. Oh, whoa, yeah. 117.6 meters per second. So they're not much. So they're not much use. So how fast can you be going when you're using them? Doesn't actually tell you that. So that's something we need to find out. Yep, realist debris crashing to Earth. Crashing to terrain. Nothing about the that's the first stage. That's it. That's the probe core attached. Well, not probe core technically, but it's actually an avionics package. But there's actually nothing. Nothing at all in here. Ground distance covered 2,535 meters. Don't think I did. Yeah. Did anything survive? Oh, what's that? No. So the airbag survived. That's a bit useless. The airbag actually survived, but what it was attached to didn't. Oh, that's weird. Another one. Oh, that's great. So the airbags are surviving, but the nothing else is. That's not very good. Let's try again. We'll try it. Oh, of course I can't do that, can I? Let's head back and head back into the VB, and I'll try something else. I'll try bringing it a bit lower. Won't pick up as much speed. It was a little bit high. On the 1SG, as opposed to 106, it will be going a lot faster than it would be on the moon. So 117 meters per second is the red line for now, anyway. So we'll bring that down slowly, anywhere we can. Okay, I've got quite a few bits hanging around. Don't actually know what they are either. Doesn't actually tell you that. Oh, thank you. One of those two are the airbags. Something tells me these are 4 of these at least are the airbags. Which begs the question, what use are they? They survive, but somehow what they're attached to doesn't seem right to me. Okay, it's into the VB. I'm going to use half the fuel again, so it doesn't pick up as much speed. So it's like 100. I'm going to see. Maybe it might be under 100 meters per second. Could be the red line. So you get under 100 meters per second, but the thing is, it doesn't actually tell you. Let's take another quick look at the airbags themselves. See if it has any information on what impact velocity they can actually withstand. But I didn't see any when I looked at them first time. Okay, so airbags. Part of the landing system. Okay, it's nowhere. Ejection force 20. That's fine. Yeah, there we go. Stress tolerance 100. Suspension travel. Yeah. But this has no information in it whatsoever. That's weird. Yes, it does, of course it does. There we go. Tolerance 200 meters per second. Yeah, but that's weird. That's very strange. 200 meters was well below 200 meters per second. Well under. It's only 116. So it's just over 100 meters per second. Yet this says tolerance is 200. That's for its own. That's for itself. What about the glue that holds it in place? 2048 meters per second. I never told you to do with that. That's weird. Bring it down again. From that altitude, it should reduce it under the 100 meters per second. I'm hoping it's got. Doesn't actually tell you that. Yeah, it's once it's 12 meters per second for that. No. Good grief. .42 kilos. 11.592 kilonewtons ejection force, but that's not important. That's not important at all. Force percent. See if I can do anything with this. About 50% of the throttle. So it burns about 20 seconds. 5.1, so that's using half the fuel again. Gets a 1420 meters per second. 21.4. It's still 2.2. It's just quite a size. Alright, let's keep testing it. I've got some airbags to add on. I know that. Don't think we get anything. No, 4 days this time. Oh, never mind. Can't be helped. Save that. Let's build it. It's best if I find out what the red line is for these before the Lunar 12 even takes off, I can at least cancel Lunar 12 and just do something with a powered descent section instead. It would actually probably be easier. In the long run it would be anyway, because obviously you can't land base parts with airbags anywhere. Alright, let's head back out. Okay, just rolled out the next test. It's a bit strange, like 200 meters per second is a red line tolerance for impact for those airbags. That's true for the airbags. What about the glue between the airbags and whatever it's whether the airbag or airbags are protecting? Doesn't say anything about those particular figures. Okay, set to the no, we won't. I'll wait till. Yes, I will. Well, I shouldn't. No, we won't launch at night now. Best not to. Don't have long to wait anyway, so I'll walk forward. Okay, set to launch pad now. Okay, so I've just been thinking about the parts all have 100 meter G-force tolerance, which is a setting in the options section of KSP itself that is even in stock. So I'm thinking if it was over 117 meters per second when it hit, that would have generated too many G-forces for whatever the airbags were carrying. They can absorb it, but the probe cores may not be able to. Alright, this will probably flip anyway. Alright. Better time is 21.4 seconds. Pretty sure I brought that down. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. There we go. And again. Yeah, I think it needs some fins on the bottom of this. Anything over about 12, 13, 14 seconds starts to flip and do this. Come on, run out. No, run out. Damn it. What the? 127, ridiculously fast. That's all because it flipped. Again. Whoa. Someone's running away there. No, I didn't escape. Good grief. It's not because it's flipping. The SRB is actually flipping. Oh, dear me. Alright, whatever. Okay, I've done. I put the thrust limiter back up to 50%. So I'm going to bend to 11.3 seconds. I've got some things on the bottom, just tiny little ones, just to help stability. I was thinking it could be nose heavy, which is probably it could be. I brought the amount of PSPC, the fuel itself, down another notch. If it didn't flip, I'm pretty sure that would have survived the impact. It was well under 100 meters per second. So because it flipped and was starting to thrust downwards, having to accelerate towards the Earth, when it failed. Right, just want some little fins. So I can't use parachutes or anything like that to test this, because otherwise it's just, it negates the whole point of the test in the first place. Let's put 3 of these on. set the mass. No, 18 kilos. Just for fin. Seems a bit excessive, but never mind. About 30% of the original scale. If it actually lets me, there we go. So I put rigid attachment on. I did put rigid attachment on the airbags as well. So I don't understand why it's... But that's all I can think of, is it because it's reaching the maximum G tolerance on impact. Which is understandable. When you look at the actual amount of impact there is. Amount of energy it's starting to absorb. Right. But the next test. Okay, I'll check for 3 days, 23 hours. Damn it. Oh, cat built. That's good. Go ahead and build it. And head outside, let it build, run it out, and head to the launch pad. And try again. Alright, so back at the launch pad. So this obviously has fins as you saw in the VAB. And we have 11.3 second, 967 meters per second over 11.3 seconds. So just under 2 tons though. That's a heck of a weight, but that's the size car. I think I might need to use a smaller car for these airbags. On the bottom, one on the top at least, but then again I won't be able to contact anything but an orbiter section, you know, but so that's basically what I probably need to do. But it does need a deorbiter, and that's the thing. Alright, let's try this. It's 3, 2, 1. There we go, it's going to flip again. No matter what I seem to do. It's coming down in speed, but not as fast as it needs to. Yeah, the SRBs are just, it's ridiculous. And they go on the, it's a bit, whoa, crikey, you know what? They're bouncing, crikey. Yeah, they're bouncing nicely. What the? Well, they didn't make something just then. I hope that didn't just sort of damage something. That's 3 airbags. 1, 2, 3. Where's the 4th one? It's probably directly underneath me, isn't it? Okay, let's go to the recover again. So we're into the VAB. I'm going to reduce that down to about, I would say about 8 seconds. Bring the field down a little bit more. It doesn't need to be up that high, so I'm going to have to remember it's coming down below 100 meters per second. It was going to do that. It would have done that, but unfortunately, again, the SRB flipped and pushed it down towards the Earth. Okay, let's try again. Alright, back in the VA3. I brought the bend time down to 8.3 seconds. Actually gone into the user interface this time and brought down to 225 points of PSPC, which is the field that feels the SRBs. So I brought it down from 1 minute 10 to 225. I modified the thrust limit down to 40% as well. Okay, there's no other settings for this. No, there's no other settings. But yeah, with the procedural ones, you can actually upgrade them, but with these, you can't. Lots of upgrades available for them. Alright. No matter what you do when it comes to stability, it will always seem to flip if you try and bend it beyond, I'll say about 10 seconds or so. I thought it was about 14 seconds, but obviously it must also be something to do with TWR as well, but we can try again. So basically we have to get it below 100 meters per second for the core itself to survive the impact. Because otherwise the G-forces go too high and just tear the airbags off the surface of the probe core. Okay, go ahead and build it again. Alright, so back out. So we'll head straight to the launch pad. I'll wait till it builds, roll it out, and then head to the launch pad. Alright, once again. SS is on. I always put the full throttle on just in case it needs it. Alright, so I've got 225 PSPC. Just check this. 8.3 seconds. Hopefully it won't flip before 8.3 seconds is up. I had this problem with the sounding rockets though. Alright, here we go again. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Come on, don't flip. Oh, it's not exactly 4 seconds in and it flips again. I'm gonna decouple. So we have no atmosphere on the moon, so there's nothing to actually break us down, so we've got to be beneath 100 meters per second. Not looking too good. We're actually accelerating again. Oh, good grief. Yeah, Earth's gravity is just too strong. Oh no. So we need some retros in order to make it. But obviously, we won't have the retros. Oh, there we go. Now the airbags are all running away again. Was that flying away again? Yeah, so I was hoping to see the probe core do, because that's what it should be doing. There we go. Kilos each. Is that going to stop? Alright. Are you actually going to stop or not? There's not much I can do about it not stopping. Whoa! What the devil happened there? That's only 14.2 meters per second. Well, that one survived. Oh well. Unfortunately, I don't think tests actually work on Earth, because we're constantly accelerating towards the planet at 1 Earth G. Whereas 1.6 we won't accelerate anything like as much, plus I've got retros fitted to the actual cruise stage, which will help it. Then they decouple, and just before they run out of fuel, we'll decouple them, and it kicks them away from the actual lunar lander, hopefully lander. Rather be a lander than a crasher. Let's go ahead and recover. Okay, I think that's it as far as the test goes. I'm just wasting time and money doing that. On Earth, you just can't test something that's going to impact on the surface of the moon. I'm pretty sure if we're getting under 100 meters per second during the Lunar 12 mission, the core as well as the airbags will survive the impact. But that seems to be the only way. It does seem to be the only way of actually testing it, unless I test it at a tiny little sort of jump. I'll go back into the VB and we'll test once more, and I'll put about 4 seconds worth of fuel in. That should not take up too high then. Just to test it, see if we can actually test it, so I can get it under 100 meters per second, see if it will actually survive that. So I'll head back into VB for the one last time. So as I've also thought of, something else is that the probe car would not weigh as much as it does here on Earth's gravity. So on lunar the lunar gravitational field isn't as strong as Earth's. Let me just see, how much does this come down? It's 1662. So it hasn't gone down at all. So isn't that interesting? Let's put it back up again. That's what you lets me. I'll put 4,000 in. There we go, so that's come down. So doing that with a slide doesn't actually work. Okay. Let me have the probe car, thank you. 4,000 electric charge. I'm thinking 1/6 Earth's gravity is about 1/6 of that. So 4,000 is about the right thing. 50,000 should be about 5, 6, 7,000 of that, but it's fine. Just an estimation. So bring that down a little bit more. Something to do with airspeed, is it? Maybe. That's why it's flipping. Just seems like the longer you leave an SRB running, the less stable it becomes. It just seems to become less and less stable. So that's 6.6 seconds. Down to 190 units of fuel. 5.6 seconds. But it's got nearly 10 TWR. But that can't be helped. 190 units of fuel. 50% throttle. Right. Like I said outside in the overview for the last time, this will be the last time I try doing this, because this is just silly. You just can't test something in the Earth's gravitational field when you're going to be experiencing 1/6 Earth's gravitational field, which means any impacts will result from 1/6 the actual acceleration rate. Right. Let's go ahead and build it. Let's head back out. Alright, at the test facilities launch pad again. It's for the last time that I'm not going to try anymore, because it just seems to be ridiculous trying to sort of get something to slow down so much or not climb so high so you can actually test it under the 100 meters per second impact. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ah, it's gonna flip again. Every time. Whoa. Oh. Oh, it didn't. Okay, it's decouple, I meant. You know what I meant. No, don't. It's gone far too high again. 2.5 kilometers and it's still going. That's the problem. I can't sort of. I can't stop from climbing so far. Yeah, should have. If you had retros fitted before the airbag's deployed, just enough to give it 100. So we say about 50. If we say 100 meters per second from a cluster of maybe 4 SRBs, it could probably work then. But this ain't gonna work. No. No. 1 Earth gravity defeated again. Got any bits? Do we have anything at all? Yeah, we've got an airbag. Once more. Survived. When nothing else did. Let's recover what we can from the bits. Now, let's recover it. Alright, back at the overview at White Sands. I'm going to stay with White Sands for the next episode because that'll be, I'm going to do some test firings and some motors. See exactly what's going on with remote tech. Alright, it's taught me a number of things, this series of tests with the airbag. It's taught me that I need to get under 100 meters per second for something to survive. So we'll check with Luna 12 once Luna 12 comes along, but we've got at least a couple of weeks still. No, we don't. We've got a few days still. So I'm going to do some tests here at White Sands for some engine ignition problems that we seem to have experienced with remote tech stealing all the remaining ignitions. So I'm going to try the Agena again, the Agena with 2 ignitions here on a launch platform. Sorry, the launch pad at the test platform. Right, but for now, that's the end of this episode. If you click like, if you learnt anything, well, it's fine. If you've got any questions, put them in the comment section underneath the video. If it's a bit of a complex question, you might want to message me instead. Right, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, click like please, and share if you wish. We have Google+, we have Twitter, and we have Facebook. All those 3 links you can find on the banner on the front page. That's at the top of the page. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this playthrough and other playthroughs that I'm going through right now. Okay, thank you for watching again. Hope to see you next time for the next episode, which will be test firing. I'm going to test fire a few motors and see what's going on with remote tech. See if it actually is stealing ignition. That might just be my mistake. Alright, thank you once again for watching, and take care. Bye bye.